Hey guys, it's me, Gabriel Michael, and I know a lot of you saw the title of this video, saw my face, and is only on this video to make some nasty comment and try to tear me a new one. Well, this video is not only for people struggling with bullying, but it's also for people like you, and I guarantee if you watch this video all the way to the end, your dick's gonna feel about this big. It's 2025, I'm 28 years old, and I struggled with bullying growing up a lot in my life. I always was undeniably myself, and I never really tried to be anybody I wasn't. I'm putting together these short videos in episodes to help turn some negative bullying into positive thought process. Now that might sound a little bit weird, but just hear me out. This specific episode, the first episode, is about insecurity and how a lot of people will bully other people just because they don't have the balls to really be who they are. So I'm a straight man, I'm married. The biggest thing I was called growing up was a faggot. And that always really hurt me because I was never actually gay, and I don't have anything against anybody else's sexuality. It's nothing like that. It's just like I always felt like I was being misidentified because of somebody else's insecurity. I still get called a faggot daily, damn near daily. And I figured out a way back in like high school how to turn that negative energy into a positive thought process for myself. You see it all the time, especially nowadays. Somebody who looks like me that's not afraid to be themselves. You really don't see it as often anymore in men, especially in my area, but there's a lot of goth, emo, punk women out there, and you see a lot of like vanilla ass looking dudes walking around with them, and it's like anytime I show up, I've never even met these people before, and it's like vanilla ass guy feels insecure, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth is the word faggot or poser. Clearly that vanilla ass dude is into it. I mean, he's been putting his dick in it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't against it. He just ain't got the balls to actually be who he really is. So he has to hide behind this mask of masculinity or whatever, and he sees a threat. Even though I have no interest in his girl, I'm married, he sees me as a threat, so he has to go big ball mode when really his dick's shrinking that size, and he's got to say some fucking dumb shit about me. So really the moral of the story is, if you ever hear some vanilla ass dude with his goth chick, or vice versa, it works both ways, and they say some dumb shit like faggot, just translate that into your head as, they're pretty enough to steal my bitch and I feel some type of way about it, so I gotta go in the weird fucking insecure boyfriend mode. Again, it's 2025, guys. It's mostly socially acceptable to be whatever sexuality you are. It's just, there are some people still closeted, but it's usually because of like fear of what their family will think. For the most part though, it's cool, and nobody thinks the word faggot is cute anymore, okay? A lot of people don't take into consideration what their bullying is doing to people, how it affects people. For the bully, it's 5 seconds of entertainment for either them, or they think they're being cute to their friend group. But that 5 seconds of entertainment for them could affect somebody else's day entirely. It could even affect their entire week. They're just blowing smoke. Don't let some insecure jackass ruin your day. Turn that into something positive, look at it at face value, where that could be coming from in their subconscious, and just keep it pushing. Turn it into something positive. You'll be a lot happier by the end of the day. A prime example, last night, it was like midnight. I was walking home from work. My last appointment took forever. It was dark outside, and somebody in like sweatpants and Nikes and a beanie was like on his phone or something, looked at me and said, "Not gonna lie, emo, you're kind of ugly." And at first, it bothered me a little bit until I took about 10 steps away from him and realized he's gay. Like he just judged another man by his appearance. And he looked like he was trying really, really, really hard to look straight. I'm just saying, but I didn't ask for his fucking opinion, but he gave it in the middle of the night to somebody in all black like a dumbass. If I was a worse person, I would have flashed my 38 in his face, but that wouldn't have resolved anything, and it wouldn't have made me feel any better. I enjoy being peaceful. There's a split stigma to people like me, emo, goth, punk, however you want to label it. Some people think that we're soft and overly emotional and that we're just pussies, and then other people think that we're vicious and that we're gonna rob them or whatever. And the truth of the matter is that yes, some people that wear all black and live this lifestyle and have this culture, they are overly emotional and soft, and that should be respected. However, there are a lot of other ones that'll hit you in the fucking mouth. But that's a negative part of the stigma. And goths, emos, punks, however you want to look at it, have become a more acceptable and respected part of society. And it's because that we're not as violent anymore. And unfortunately, that makes people think that they can just step all over us. All throughout elementary school and middle school, I was pretty afraid of my bullies until I reached high school and I realized that bullies don't want to work for it. Whether you win the fight or you lose the fight, you fought them, and that's usually enough for them to leave you the fuck alone, but it really doesn't make you feel any better about yourself. What does make you feel better about yourself is your ability to take that negativity, turn it into a positive thought process, and fight the stigma and know that you're a better person than them by the end of the day. The thing that I struggled with the most is my fear that a bully would actually lay their hands on me, and they never did. Bullies like to talk, and talk is cheap. And it was always me that made the first swing. It was always me that got in trouble in school. And it was always me that came out to look like the douchebag or the disappointment. We have a stigma that says that we're monsters. The thing is, we're not monsters, not originally. No one's born to hate, but you are born to be who you are. And you call someone a monster or paint them out to be a monster or a creature so consistently, and they're getting it from so many different directions, eventually they will become that monster. I hope this video can help at least one person with bullying. I do plan on making more of these videos. Like I said, this one was specifically for insecurity. There will be other topics on how to turn negative bullying into a positive thought process coming at you real soon. And just remember, if you're one of those guys that likes to call other guys a faggot, it's probably because there's some subconscious thing in your brain telling you that that man is pretty enough to steal your girl and you feel some type of way about it.